Please be advised there are spoilers ahead related to the property being watched and or discussed. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Welcome back, my dear subscribers. And if you're new here, welcome. This is my little channel where I like to watch, react, and share my 2 cents about a couple of properties related to sci-fi and fantasy. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you my condensed reaction to episode 11 titled Bound from season 1 of Fringe. And as for my informal recap of what I understood in episode 10, in a nutshell, to the best of my ability that I can express, Agent Loeb and his team steal a series of safety deposit boxes that Walter had put away 23 years ago from that time in the episode, because the technology, when you put it all together, all the pieces in each of those boxes, it creates a technology that can transfer a human being from one point in time or from one location to another. And I think time is not relevant, or time is not an issue at that. So if he wanted to go and get someone from like 1936, which he was trying to do at some point in time in his own life, theoretically he could have, but he never went ahead and did that because apparently he didn't need to at that time, related to Peter and some illness he had when he was a kid. But the point is, Mr. Jones is out of prison. At the end of the episode, they spectacularly show him being transferred from his prison in Frankfurt, Germany, to the US. And with his freedom comes his own request from his team to kidnap Olivia Dunham, because she has information in her mind related to John Scott and what John Scott knew about certain things, because she has John Scott's, or parts of John Scott's consciousness in her mind, or his full consciousness but shared with her mind. Oh. Either way, she's got some info that he wants access to, but not only does he want it, Nina and her team at Massive Dynamic want it too. So it's unclear if Nina and Mr. Jones are working together or they're rivals. And after rewatching the episode and looking at the dialogue a bit more, it seems as if they're actual rivals, because Nina does make mention to somewhat racing against their competitors. And so I think Mr. Jones is not aligned with Nina at all. So that's a good thing, and that's actually what I wanted to see, because I would like to see that kind of tension with two opposing forces and the team that's kind of trying to figure things out, which is the Bishops and Olivia and everybody else, them trying to counteract. It's great tension. It's great tension. What else? Peter. Yes, Peter and his past is now starting to catch up. His ex-girlfriend communicated with him, and she's made it quite clear that he's in danger if he remains in Boston, because whatever stuff he was up to when he was in Boston previously, back in the day, it seems, wasn't good stuff. And she's with a guy named Michael, who is physically abusing her. Peter goes out of his way to beat him up and tell him to leave her alone, otherwise he'll come back and kill him, and he actually had a gun at his head. And towards the end of the episode, Michael actually speaks to somebody else, indicating that Peter's back in Boston. And I think it's a fairly obvious guess that it seems to be some kind of organized crime situation, the mafia or what thereof going on in Boston, that Peter's involved in. So I'm curious to see if whatever he's involved in, or whatever his backstory is it somehow going to be connected back to Olivia, Massive Dynamic, the pattern, or is it completely a separate thing? Either way, I'm just excited to see it. And lastly, I would say that when it comes to Walter, I love that character so much, but it's interesting to see now, and I hope I'm interpreting this right, and if I'm not, I'm sure somebody will correct me, but it seems as if Walter is struggling to feel confident in his value to the team, to everything, to Peter specifically, and he seems to kind of unofficially ask for reassurance, and Peter is so kind to give it to him when he really needs it, especially when it comes to just the situation at hand. When you've been in a mental institution for 17 years, I like how they're showing that it's not all peaches and cream when you come out, right? Freedom can only go so far, but what you do with your freedom and how you're able to get your life back together in and of itself is its own challenges. And it's interesting to watch Walter go through that while at the same time have these moments of being a brilliant scientist and coming up and figuring things out real quick and all that, which is useful for the team whenever they have their cases. Anyway, that's That's the best way I can kind of describe episode 10. It was a fantastic episode, one of my favorites so far, and I'm looking forward to now pressing play on episode 11. So without further ado, here is my reaction to episode 11. Nice way to open up with a worm. What's Walter doing?
Walter, what are you doing?
Dosing a caterpillar.
Dosing? As in LSD?
Well, it's a special blend.
Oh, really?
Finding out that my father's giving drugs to bugs somehow just became a typical moment in my life.
Wonderful, isn't it?
That's a great way to put it.
Olivia this morning?
No, why?
Drugs to bugs.
She's missing.
Ooh. What are they gonna do to her?
Who are you? What do you want?
I'm gonna zap her mind. Get some info.
This won't take long.
I'm sure you say that to all the girls.
That's a good one.
Turn her over.
Holy shit.
I want everyone doing everything. Surveillance cameras checked. Local officers and agents question anyone who might have seen anything. PD, DWP, AAA, I don't care what acronym it is, you get them. You talk to them and you find done. For those of you new to this office, this is Agent Charlie Francis. He's my second in command. You got anything, you come to me or him.
It's refreshing to see a really realistic looking set of FBI agents or what they're of, because sometimes they only show like 2 or 3 people in the office. He's got something on his shoe that she notices.
Try not to move.
Sir, did it work? I hope so. Get my car ready. I'm going back to the office. Yes, sir.
Can I please have some water? If you're going to kill me, then can I please have some water?
She's gonna do something. I don't know what, but it better be cool.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Smash it against his head. It's in your hand. Thank you, television show, for making that so fun. Girl, she just busted out of there.
You calling about Olivia Dunn?
I'm calling about Fringe Division.
Internal Affairs is sending me in to do a full review of your office, make sure things are running as they should.
I just wanted you to hear it from me.
Wow, that's bad timing. Woo. With her photographic memory, she'll just take note of everything. I don't blame her. They really underestimated her. There's like no other type of security. Amazing.
This is Agent Dunn. I need to speak to the Royals.
What the hell happened to you?
I'm in Watertown. There's a building that we need to raid. I need agents.
Maybe 20. Have them meet me in 30 minutes at the end of Talcott Street.
Are you okay?
Again, I'm not.
She's certainly better than what she was before. Strapped to her gurney. And then she'll go back and retrieve that later. And all that jazz. She's her own superwoman.
The building I was being held at is 2 miles behind here.
Huh?
Do it!
Are these like other moles? Man, talk about bad luck. So she's gonna get captured by someone else now? Oh, no.
Quite a day, Agent Dunham.
Her own people captured her?
Oh, yeah. You probably didn't think you'd see me again so soon.
Don't take this the wrong way, Mr. Harris, but I don't think about you all too often. Why am I cuffed to the bed?
Because this is the kind of authority I have here. You see, my conviction on sexual assault that you so ably prosecuted was overturned. John Scott.
I don't need the flashbacks.
An agent who betrayed you. Right? Turned out to be a traitor against this country. You went to Iraq to recruit a man to help you save Agent Scott's life. Peter Bishop. Arrested 7 times.
Season 1 summary here, halfway
Assist
through.
you in freeing his father from a mental institution. Walter Bishop. He was sent to St. Clair's because he was deemed unfit to stand trial for manslaughter. These are the people you surround yourself with. A traitor, a criminal, and a lunatic. What does that say about you?
She's got great taste.
Goes without saying that you are not to investigate your own abduction. Understood?
Okay, well, she's going to. Wow. He is scary, and she sold that fear. She needs a vacation. My gosh.
Now, we sent a team to the address to the building where you were being held.
Nothing.
It's empty.
Yeah.
There's nothing there.
What about the phone I got? The car I took? Did you
They're
trace the...
clean. The only prints were yours.
The thermos. Go get that.
Is a woman here to see you, Rachel? Says that you're expecting her. Who is she?
She's my sister.
Oh, already?
Oh, you look great.
I want to see the actress.
I don't.
You're always so hard on
I know,
yourself.
whatever. Thank
Really
you.
good. You are just a giant person.
Oh, she's so cute.
When did you get so
I think
big?
I've seen that
What
actress.
happened to your face?
She's in a movie. Can't remember the movie though. Good casting. They look alike.
I'm working on a case, so...
Go. We're good. Is it okay if we still stay with you tonight? If it's
Yeah.
okay.
No, of course. I'll meet you back here at 5.
Perfect. Go. Save the world. All right. Okay. I love you.
I'll see you at
Thank
5.
you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Huh, sister, huh? Okay. I'm sure there's gonna be drama there.
Hello?
Peter, it's me.
Olivia, thank God. You okay? How are you? Where are you?
I'm on my way to you.
So can you meet me outside in 10 minutes and bring your father? I think we'll need him.
Still dosing bugs.
They gave me a spinal tap. They put electrodes, sensors on my head. Why would they do that? I mean, what would they want with me? What were they doing? Who could they be?
Like a question machine.
They cleared the building, but I took something before I left. Something from one of their labs, and I hid it to keep it safe.
What was it?
It better still be there.
Walter, can you identify identify what it is?
Yes. I'm afraid I can.
Good.
Literally millions and millions of organisms feed on us, reproduce within us. Viruses, bacteria, protozoa, and fungi.
Yummy. Mm.
Dr. Kimberg? Dr. Kimberg? Will somebody call an ambulance?
What's up with you, doctor? Is he dead? Oh, wow. Oh, whoa! Oh my god. What is that? What is that? Yes. Scream, indeed. Ew! Gosh. And then it escapes in the school? Oh, wow. Is it gonna, like, start growing and then, I don't know, start talking?
Rapid cell deterioration. It appears that he's suffocated from within.
Well, maybe that's because a giant, slimy, spiky slug came out of his mouth.
Yes. And I have a theory as to what it might have been.
What do we know about our guy?
Only what I was told outside. His name's Miles Kinberg, immunologist, cutting edge work, an expert in his field. That's all I know.
Well, whatever it was, it ripped through his esophagus on the way out.
Right there. Right there. Right there.
It stayed in the room.
It's really fast.
Mm-hmm.
Cover the doors!
It's going down. There.
Ah.
Like this used to happen in the lab all the time.
Oh, God. He's so used
Makes
to
me
it.
nostalgic.
Oh, my gosh. Walter. Eh. That looks so real.
Well, have you considered...
Great practical effects there.
You can always kill it, son. You can't always bring it back.
You probably could.
That is true.
Right on.
Theory is correct. I knew it. This organism was developed from the same material that Olivia stole from her cactus. We must let her know.
You sure?
My boy, I'm not even sure that we all exist on the same plane of consciousness, but yes, I believe so.
The jury's out on them. I'm not convinced she's the superstar you claim she is.
How could you be? You're on a vendetta against her.
Secondly, while I'm here on active investigation, this division is under my purview. Well, think of how this office was thrown together. Flight 627 lands and suddenly you're in charge of 24 agents.
Somehow, I think none of that's the reason you're here.
This isn't a witch hunt. I'm not here to punish some JV agent who tried to ruin my life for chasing a little tail.
Right. Well, it's nice to see more drama on that front. I'm not complaining.
We've been trying to track Kinberg's whereabouts over the past week. We spoke to his wife and she said that he had arrived home just before midnight the last 2 nights, but according to his schedule, his last class started at 6 o'clock.
He's had extended office hours this week. I'm sorry. After what happened today, I feel like nothing's real. That was crazy.
How long
It
were you
was
seeing him?
Yeah.
Professor Kinberg.
Fess up. That was too obvious, girl.
3 months. I knew he was gonna take the job. He hadn't even told his wife about it yet.
What job was that?
I shouldn't. He wasn't supposed to tell me.
It's okay.
The CDC, Centers for Disease Control, they offered him this big job, which meant moving to Atlanta to oversee the country's preparedness to fight off an epidemic. It sounded like a big deal.
Wow. Too soon?
Dr. Kinberg, the professor who died at Boston College, was offered a job at the CDC to co-chair a classified task force whose sole responsibility was to respond to epidemics.
And?
He wasn't the only scientist asked. There was another one, Dr. Russell Simon from Cambridge. And I also think that the people who killed Kimberg are the same people who took me.
And how'd you make that link?
Walter, he thinks the thing that killed Dr. Kimberg is genetically similar to some evidence that I grabbed from the people who abducted me. So far, I figured, why kill an epidemiologist? Unless you're looking to start an epidemic.
Get rid of the firefighter before you start a fire. Then why am I just now hearing of this?
Because your friend, Sanford Harris, forbade me from investigating my own abduction. Sir, I'm asking you to save a man's life. Are you telling me that you don't have the authority to let me do my job?
Find Simon, get him in protective custody now.
Thank you.
I'll handle Harris.
I know you will.
I like how she said that with a smile.
Hey, Mitch.
Hey, listen, Olivia, your abduction. I'm gonna coordinate the investigation. If I find anything, I'll let you know. We'll find out.
That's great, Mitch.
Ah!
Thank you.
Okay. I know how she's gonna figure out it was him.
Dr. Simon, thank you for your cooperation.
Suppose I should be thanking you. FBI tells you they're here to save your life, you listen. The CDC wasn't expecting me for 3 months.
Who else knew you were planning on taking this job?
Well, no one, just my wife. I was instructed not to tell anyone.
But you told your wife.
Would you excuse us for a moment? I need to talk to my agents.
Sure.
Placing Dr. Simon in protective custody.
I believe that his life may be in danger.
Yeah, well, that's taxpayer dollars, Miss Dunham, and I haven't approved that.
He is gonna be one SOB to deal with.
You don't like me, you don't respect me, and you think I'm bad at my job. But please don't let that get in the way of doing the right thing. That man in there may likely die if we don't keep him safe.
I will keep him safe.
Okay. That's quasi-reassuring. Unless he's part of the team. Like Loeb's team.
I think we made a breakthrough.
Okay, so what is it?
The yellow powdery stuff in the vials that you stole, they're like eggs. But the catalyst is stomach acid.
So the victim just needs to ingest it.
Exactly right, and then it grows. Fast.
Ew. Oh,
No problem.
Loeb. Yeah. Oh, man. It's too late now. Dude's drinking it.
Dr. Simon.
How fast does it work? He says it was really fast. Okay, yeah.
This is Agent Francis. Any medical attention, room 6? Call medical assistance.
Ah! Oh my god! You just spat in his face. Keep the door closed! Ah! Did he get it? Oh my gosh.
This organism is a single specimen of a virus for the common cold.
He supersized the common cold, which, as it turns out, is disgusting.
Nicely said.
What I want to know is what they wanted from you.
Well, who cares about me? I want to know who's next.
I care about you.
I care about you too.
Well, I'm going to keep looking for someone who's connected to Kimberg and Simon.
She is beautiful, isn't she?
Who?
The slug.
The slug. Wink, wink.
Hard day?
I honestly wouldn't know what to tell you. And if I did, it would be a felony.
You have a crazy job.
I have a crazy job. Cheers.
I'm trying to figure out where the sister plays. What's her part here?
I don't know how to do this alone.
Ella is beautiful and smart and strong, and she gets that from you.
Me? No, you've always been the strong one. You have.
Mitch. Whatever you need, I'm here. And you guys can stay here as long as you want.
Is that safe though when she's in danger?
Is there something else? Something you're not telling me?
No. No, there's nothing else.
Okay, that wasn't very convincing, so you know I'm gonna assume there's something else.
How goes it?
Horrible.
We'll find him. Whoever's responsible for what happened. Maybe this will help.
Ah, the shoe! I knew it! Yay! Oh gosh. Nice. She wouldn't have noticed if her catching skills wasn't that great.
Charlie, I think I know who killed Simon, and I think it's the same person who abducted me.
Who?
Mitchell Loeb. Don't ask me how I know, I'll tell you later. And I can prove it. But I've got Harris watching me like a prison guard. I can't do this myself.
What do you need?
I really hope Charlie's a good guy. If you remember my comments from episode 1, that actor has played a lot of villains, so I'm hoping that's not the case. Ugh.
Walter, is that LSD?
LSD? Why would I? It's a decongestant. She is a giant cold virus after all.
All she needs is some Robitussin.
Peter.
Motussin.
Come on.
What's up?
Olivia may have a lead on who abducted her. Unless she can pursue it without some help, I can't help her.
And you think I'm the guy to break the law for you?
I'm sorry. I didn't.
No, look, you're right. I am the guy to break the law for you. What do we need?
I need a wiretap.
On the who?
Mitchell Loeb. FBI.
His wife, I wonder if she's inside.
Hello?
Oh, no, outside.
Samantha. Olivia. Hi. It was just in Marlboro. I thought I'd drop by and...
Try to pick your lock.
I don't know, I guess I hadn't talked to you since Mitchell's surgery. Oh. Well, how sweet of you.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to come inside? Have a cup of tea?
Yeah. Thank you.
Don't drink anything from her. Ah.
What were you doing in Marlboro?
I'm working on a case.
Well, what's the case?
Suspicion of a double agent.
Wow, straight up, huh?
Excuse me. I'll get the tea. Mind if I use your bathroom?
It's down the hall.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
He used to work at the phone company, but never really understood why. The guy's a genius.
You're right. You don't want to waste any of that potential.
He tapped into the Loeb's home phone number. We should be able to pick up any outgoing calls they make from that house.
Like the one she's gonna make right now.
Olivia Dunham is in our house.
Why?
She claims she was here to check on you.
I think she knows.
I don't know how she could.
I don't know what to do.
Well, I do. And you have to move fast. You need to kill her. Right now.
It's not gonna happen, obviously, but I hope they have a really good fight. I'm presuming the wife can fight.
Her office might know that she's here. How can I
Tom's
just...
already under suspicion for being unstable. They think she's dangerous.
Or she might put something in the tea, kind of thing. That's what I suspected beforehand. There's your evidence right there.
has to be another way to do this.
There isn't, honey. There's one way.
You cannot let Dunham leave.
They're alive. In the entry closet. Top shelf. In the back.
There's a gun. Contact me when it's done.
Okay, Peter's gonna save her. Peter and Charlie.
Samantha Loeb is going to kill you. Get out of the house right now.
Olivia.
Oh, Olivia's gonna play her. That's the way to do it. It'd be funny if Olivia like
Samantha.
straight up left. Okay, never mind.
Turn around and put the gun on the ground. Put the gun down.
Don't hurt me.
Get on the ground, Samantha.
I was just
Samantha,
doing what
get
my
down
husband
on the
asked.
ground now. I don't want to shoot you, but
What
I
are you
will.
doing to me? How are you gonna hurt me?
Damn it, Samantha! Shut the hell up and get down on the ground.
Please don't.
Please, just get down.
Yeah! Fight it out! I love on-screen fights. I don't care who it's with. Ah, she got her. Right in the head. Dang. I was hoping for a longer fight.
The agents at Loeb's house, they're surveilling the area, right? No sign of Loeb. Oh, yeah. So he doesn't know about his wife.
No, he doesn't.
Meaning that she could still contact him.
I'm ahead of you. I'll get a team.
What happened? It was...
Okay, we need Samantha Loeb's cell phone. I think inventory has it.
I'm on it.
Nice work.
Thanks.
Walter doesn't know what's going on. It's okay, Walty. And trap him.
He's gonna come. Assuming, of course, they text each other.
Do you see him yet?
That's a good point. If they don't normally text, that would be suspicious.
We got him.
Mitchell! Put it down! Put it down!
Please! You're under arrest.
Oh, look at that evil smile.
Nice work.
Thank you. You're not getting a thing until you talk.
Then you're out of luck.
Why'd you kill them? Kinberg and Simon. And why like that? I mean, there are easier ways to take somebody out.
You're getting nothing.
Why take me? And that spinal tap, what did you want? Look, this is your last chance to cooperate.
Or what? You'll torture me?
Can you leave me alone with him?
How are you gonna appeal to him now?
Okay.
Don't tell me those are pictures of her dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you kill them? Did you?
Yes! Do you not understand the rules? What we're up against? Who the two sides are? Tell me at least you know that. We saved you.
Save me from what?
We were going to let you go. We saved you. You have no idea what you've done. Not a clue.
Okay. And all it took was to see his dead wife. And all this spills out. Okay.
There's your confession.
This bozo. Now I'm really, really wondering what she may have messed up.
What did he mean he saved me? What the hell was that?
He was messing with you.
I don't know.
I don't
Did
think
you
he
see it?
was.
There was something about the way he said that.
The man's insane, Olivia. I concur, and in the category of takes one to know one. That man did seem disturbed. Let it go. You got his confession.
Yeah, I believe Olivia. Something more to it, obviously. I guess her sister has nowhere else to go? It's the only thing I could think of why she's there. Interesting way to end the episode. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love drama and everything, but at the same time, I kind of hope maybe then the story with her sister really is a pure story with family. And her sister, you know, might help her on an emotional level. So we don't have just a one-dimensional situation with Olivia, which can happen when you don't have them interact with different people for you to get a different perception as a viewer of their character, of who they are. So I'm fine with that. I hope they keep it that simple. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not that simple. Okay, so I'm going to breeze through a little bit and see what clip I'm going to pick as my stand-up clip for this episode. Right back. I am loving all this tension. Yes. It is getting really, really good. Getting really good. Okay, so the scene I ended up picking was the scene in the hospital where she is handcuffed to the bed and she's face to face with Mr. Harris. That scene was so full of tension. If there's any word that describes this episode, it's definitely the word tension. The exchange between them was such a great way to give me as an audience viewer an idea of the kind of person Mr. Harris is and the effect that he has on Olivia. I gotta give it up to Anna Torv again, man. Woo to this actress because she sold the fear and disgust and maybe some resentment there towards Mr. Harris. Fantastic performance. And more than anything, what I really enjoyed in this episode, and I hope that it continues like this for every episode to come, is how they're able to lay out the breadcrumbs of clues so that I could not only just follow along as a viewer, but also pick up on the possibility of what's to come. Like, for instance, when Olivia was abducted and they clearly showed her paying attention to the shoe that Agent Loeb was wearing with the little white spotted stain. As a viewer, I picked up on that, realizing, okay, she's looking at the shoe. And then with the fact that they've made it quite clear she has a photographic memory and she's really good at picking up on stuff, I knew eventually that that would likely be what would lead her to find out it's Agent Loeb all along that abducted her. I think that's a fantastic style and format, and I really appreciate that as a viewer. Now, as for my Ashamoji rating for this episode, it's a 4. It's a great episode. Yes, indeed. 4 it gets. And so there you have it. That is my reaction to episode 11 from the first season of Fringe. I look forward to reading your comments and or trivia information that you know about this particular episode. And if you want access to my full uncut reaction to this episode, details about how to go about getting that is in the description box below, as well as ways that you can support this channel. If you're not interested in being a club member, but you do want to help me grow on YouTube, I'd really appreciate that. In any case, until my reaction to episode 12, I'm Asha, tuning out. Peace. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.